all right. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. Just about getting ready here. Gonna wait for the players to come on board so we can go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. We were just waiting for Charles to finish up his break, but we will be starting momentarily. You see on the screen Club General Manager Ben Rosenberg. We appreciate all his efforts and contributions to the Princeton Pong Club. Very special matchup today. We have Prajeet Kanchi versus Charles Shen. And Charles just got finished with a very tough match against Ark Oyang, the Chopper. Prajeet was actually talking to me earlier. He was like, I would much rather go ahead and play up against Charles than Ark, which is kind of interesting. Charles, two-winged looper, very confident, plays decently close to the table, solid footwork. And Prajeet, very well-rounded.
Really? Okay.
Prajeet is always looking for that perfect opportunity to kind of look for a forehand winner. But Charles will go ahead and keep the rally ongoing. And he is comfortable, opening up the attack on both wings of the table. However, Prajeet is muddy fast, so I imagine there's going to be a lot of fireworks in this one. A very exciting matchup. The one thing that is kind of inconsistent about Prajeet is his backhand away from the table. Not too confident going for those mid-gear backhand drive / loops. A little bit away from the table. And sometimes you find him lobbing or fishing the ball back, which I don't think Charles will allow him to get away with. All right, here we go. We're doing a toss. And it looks like Prajeet will be getting the service. Here we go. Long serve to initiate the rally. Push comes up high. Prajeet looks for the attempt to kill, but misses the shot into the bottom of the net. And 2 long serves back to back, and Charles should not be pushing those. Solid opening loop. The backhand follow-up does not quite connect. A 1-2, and both of these players are coming out of the gate super hot. Not wasting time walking around the table, prepping or anything like that. They just want to get into it. A little bit of a dead serve there. Ball goes out long. You see Charles' confused face. He's like, man, what spin is on that ball? A good shovel serve is sometimes really annoying to read. Oh, heavy on the underspin. The push comes back, clips the top of the net, and stares Charles right in the face. 6-2 scoreline with a 4-point lead. A lot of loose balls from Charles, and I really want him to just sharpen up his game here. Most of the points that Charles has scored so far have just been unforced errors on Prajeet's part. So hopefully, as we continue into game 2, 3, and the rest of the match, both of these players continue reducing their unforced errors, so we can see their max potential. And just as easy as that lead came to Prajeet, is just as easy as it went, with a 6-all scoreline. We're all tied up now. A great backhand parallel to the table to Charles' forehand. Nobody home with a 7-6 scoreline. Was trying to find Charles' elbow there with that forehand. However, ball does not quite make it to the top of the net. There you go, fishes the ball back, and oh, the finesse. Soft on his feet, takes the ball inside out with the backhand. Completely fools Charles there. The short push misreads the spin, and the ball goes out of the table. Once again, that first backhand touch from Prajeet is giving Charles such a hard time. And an opportunity arrives for Prajeet with 2 game points. And a little too anxious to score a point. Prajeet closed out the first game with, I want to say, like, an impressive display of skill. That being said, convincing enough to be able to win over Charles. Both of these players have had quite a bit of nerves going into this one. So I imagine as the match continues, they're going to be reducing their unforced errors. Charles took a bit of a break. Prajeet took a bit of a break, so maybe they're still warming up a little bit. Charles to serve. His service choice has been mostly engaging the rallies with Prajeet. So it looks like he just attempted to go for a short serve there, and yet another unforced error is he's not going to be able to hang in there for too long if this continues, you know? Looks like the pace variation is giving Charles too much of a hard time. Prajeet is playing, you know, close to the table, far away from the table. And Charles is just not able to get into a rhythm at all. Usually you see him like a machine, you know, like backhand loops, forehand loops, always active footwork. However, not moving too well. And a little too tense on the strokes. Prajeet definitely looking much looser between the two of them here. That ball skid right off the top of the table. Such little forward momentum, but so much spin. Those are definitely the toughest shots to return. Ray Guo says, "I'm back." Welcome back, Mr. Ray. Nice to have you. Ooh, two short pushes come out from Prajeet, and he might regret those as Charles opens up with a very spinny opening backhand loop, and the block goes long into the next point. Ooh, the parallel forehand, such an open racket angle from Charles. That's a mighty tough shot. Impressive display from the young man as Prajeet throws yet another point lead, 4 to be exact. And I was giving Prajeet a little bit of a hard time for his middle gear backhands. However, does not seem to be an issue in this matchup today. And Charles just cannot seem to keep the ball on the table. Prajeet, you know, he keeps backing up, and that would be quite dangerous if Charles was landing his shots. Give up the real estate, your opponent becomes more aggressive while maintaining a close distance to the table, then that's lights out for you. But Charles is not able to close out these points. First time we've seen Prajeet using his forehand as much as he did right there. 3 forehand consecutive loops back to back to back earn him the point with a comfortable 7-9 2-point lead for him. Fishes the ball back, snakes it, and Charles just throws his racket on the table. He's like, what do I do? Nothing is working. My forehand loops are not hitting, my backhand loops are not hitting, and my short pushes are going to the net. Charles breathes a sigh of relief there as the net ball barely lands back on the table. And there it is, the short push into the net once again, and Prajeet looking to close out this third game of the under 2200 finals, and this may be his easiest matchup in the day. I don't know if that says more about Prajeet and how sharp he is looking, or if it's saying less about Charles and the amount of unforced errors and mistakes that he's been having so far. And you see Charles's father coaching him on the sidelines there, his #1 coach. Always present during his tournaments, and you love to see it. Parents supporting their kids in this lovely sport of table tennis. Gives him the clap out. Never give up. Keep a strong mentality and fight towards the end. That's how we love to see it in the sport of table tennis. And Prajeet to serve. Here we go, 0-0. Over the table, calm, cool, and collected. Prajeet spins the ball down the line with a backhand, earning him a point on the board. A little bit of spoiled for options there. Prajeet was not sure which shot he should go for. He's like, I could go anywhere there, and couldn't make a choice fast enough. 1 point on the board for both players. Opens up a little too high. Needed to go a little bit more forward there. Charles, I think, the first point lead we've ever seen him have this whole match. And there you go, pumping himself up. And what we don't want to see here is Prajeet begin recoiling and playing defensive. 2-3 scoreline. A 1-point deficit for Prajeet, looking to claw his way back here. Fools him on the serve. 2 heavy underspin serves back to back, and Charles unable to deal. Tied up real quick. And I think this is where we're going to begin seeing the rallies. Nice one there, Prajeet maintaining the offensive even while being so far away from the table. The shovel serve gets read so perfectly from Prajeet, and Charles is forced to call a timeout after he finds himself on the receiving end of a very angry forehand loop from Prajeet, right in the body. Both players get a 60-second timeout. Prajeet. Nice time. All right, and that is time. believe we are tied up here at a 5-all scoreline. And if you are enjoying this match, please give us a like, share the video, subscribe, whatever platform you're on. We appreciate your participation. And Prajeet was getting a little too cute there. Find the opportunity to attack, take it. But a great timeout for Charles, bouncing back here in the third game of the match. And his parents supporting him from the sideline. Charles now with his biggest point lead, as small as it is. Prajeet not letting him get away. Those long serves have been absolutely brutal for Charles, missing them long or even pushing them and getting murdered on the third ball attack. A controlled opening backhand loop from Prajeet ties up the game. Oh man, Prajeet short push game looking very, very refined. The short push is coming sharp with so much quality there. Steps in with the opening backhand flick, takes it cross court, and now a 2-point lead for Prajeet with 2 serves coming up. Things are looking a bit grim for Charles right now. As he gains the confidence, finds a forehand loop, earning the point out right there. And 3 game and match points for Prajeet. Charles not giving up quite yet. He looks like he was quite favorable during that rally until he wasn't. Oh, the ball clips the top of the net, and Prajeet able to close out the game and the match. Congratulations to Mr. Prajeet for the under 2200 finals win. Let's see if we can get the young man over for an interview. Prajeet. All right, and there he is. Hold on 1 second. All right, and here we are. Gonna wave the man down.
Oh, you got it? You want to do it? Yeah, why don't you do it? I have to take a picture. I have to take
Oh, okay. All right. So Prajeet's got to take a quick picture, and we'll be back for our interview. Let's just see the champ holding his trophy up high. Look at those big smiles. We love to see it. These players put an incredible amount of dedication, focus, and practice towards their craft of table tennis. His father there must be quite proud and happy, holding Prajeet's trophy. His #1 supporter. And, oh, here he is, back with me on the commentary desk. Prajeet, thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations on under 2200 finals victory. Can you just come in a little bit closer so the mic is catching your voice? How do you feel coming off that 2200 finals victory, man?
I feel pretty good. It's pretty good.
How was that match?
It was okay. He almost got me in a few things. He got me a little nervous, but I just played my topspin game. And,
Right. I mean, going into it, both of you guys were having a lot of unforced errors.
Yeah.
What were you feeling was, the limiting factor there in the first game as you guys were both getting into it? Were you just warming up still?
Yeah, I was just getting used to how he spins the ball, how much spin he puts on the ball, and I just see if I could limit my errors and just try to take away the first game.
Right. Going into this matchup, did you have any particular strategy in mind or anything that you wanted to accomplish?
For my game, I'm usually like best at topspin to topspin, and Charles is also topspin to topspin. So I think I just came out on top because I've been playing a little bit more, and I just really mixed up the serves, and I won most of my points off the serve.
Right. I mean, your service choice was pretty much going according to the plan that you just mentioned, is that you're good at the topspin game. So a lot of your serves were going long on a table. You're trying to initiate the rallies. How did you think Charles fared, up against your long service?
Usually, many people don't serve long like all the time, so it's a different it's just a different strategy. So I don't think he's like very used to it because you would have to have a very good flip to counteract my serves. But he also had a good flip, but it was not enough.
Right, for sure. I mean, you had fantastic variation, between the long and short service. You were keeping it mostly long, but you would keep him in check, coming into the table with those short services. And I think you just couldn't, quite gain the confidence at the beginning, and you were just going way too fast for him. 3-0 just closed out the match.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right. I mean, especially towards the last game there, you could see that you were gaining a lot of confidence, especially, towards the end of that third game. Were you just feeling yourself at that point?
Yeah, I just tried to relax. Like once I was up 2-0, I felt more relaxed and I just played around the ball and didn't really worry about missing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you definitely look like the looser player out there. And, in the game of table tennis, the looser player usually able to generate the better topspin. So congratulations once again. What's your training schedule look like? Because every time I see you're in like all these different clubs, practicing everywhere. What's your training regimen looking like nowadays?
Well, right now, because I'm in school, it's probably like maybe 3 hours a week now, instead of like the 10 to like 20 hours a week in the summer. But yeah, I tried to have a few private lessons, and after that, I don't really have enough time.
Right, for sure. I mean, you definitely put in the work so far to be able to get to this point. Who are you training with right now, if you don't mind me asking?
I trained with Corey, Judy, and Adam Hugh.
Gotcha, for sure. It's the Lily Yips squad.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you guys have been putting in great work over there. What current equipment are you using?
I use Tenergy 05 on the backhand, and Dignix 05 on the forehand, and T-Mobile ALC wood.
That's a pretty quick setup for a quick player. Once again, Prajeet, congratulations, man. Great job. And do you have anything you want to put out there in the world? Anything you want to say to anybody?
Thanks for watching.
All right, there you go. Appreciate it. Charles, good luck on Prajeet, good luck on your next games.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our under 2200 finals. We will be moving on to our next matches. Of course, stick around. We still have the Open event later on today, which is our biggest show for the day, for the weekend, for the Princeton Pong September Open. Stay tuned. We'll see you